717,000 people watched a video recommending 11 fast-spreading perennials. The top comment, 250 likes, was a warning. And honestly, that commenter had a point. Most videos hand you a list of plants and say, good luck. No light requirements, no pet warnings, no containment tips. That is not a recommendation. That is a liability. Today, we fix that. 11 perennials, each one picked for the 4 problems your yard actually has: shade, deer, drought, slopes. Each one comes with its USDA zone, pet safety rating, and a containment tip you can do standing up. This is the only video that matches each plant to the problem it was built to solve, warns you which pets it could hurt, and shows you exactly how to keep it in line, even if you cannot bend down. Stay for the pet safety chart. 10 of these 11 are completely safe for every pet in your house. 1 is not, and I will make sure you know exactly which one. At the very end, a 30-second test that tells you if your soil is even ready. Here is the plan. First, 1 sentence that ends the invasive debate forever. You will never confuse invasive and aggressive again. Then, 4 yard problems, 11 plants, each one assigned to the job it does best: shade, deer, drought, slopes. And at the end, 1 action per problem you can do this week. No purchase needed. This will take about 13 minutes. Grab a coffee. Let us go. Before plant 1, let us end this debate in 1 sentence. Invasive means a plant escapes cultivation, spreads into wild ecosystems, and causes documented ecological damage. That is a legal and scientific term. Aggressive just means it spreads fast in your yard. Those are completely different things. Think of it this way. Invasive is the burglar who breaks into the neighbor's house and burns it down. Aggressive is the enthusiastic neighbor who keeps showing up uninvited, but never actually hurts anything. One is a crime, the other is just a lot. Of the 11 plants today, only 1, the orange ditch lily, Hemerocalis fulva, is officially listed invasive in 5 or more states. The other 10 are aggressive spreaders, controllable, and 4 of them are native to North America. From now on, every single plant in this video gets a containment tip. You are in control. Before we start, 3 mistakes I see every single spring that waste money and drain motivation. Mistake 1. Picking plants by how they look at the nursery instead of matching them to your yard's actual problem. Mistake 2. Planting an aggressive spreader without a containment plan, then blaming the plant when it takes over. Mistake 3. Ignoring pet safety until it is too late. 9 of 11 plants today are safe. 2 are not. We will flag every single one. Problem 1. Shade. That dead zone under your big tree where nothing will grow. Here are the 2 plants that were literally engineered for it. Hardy geranium. Not the red pot plant you see on every porch. This is Geranium macrorhizum, the dry shade master, zones 5 to 8. It spreads by rhizomes 10 to 12 inches per year, slow enough to track, fast enough to fill a problem area in 2 seasons. Full light, partial to full shade. Safe for all pets. Containment tip. In early spring, just hand pull the outer runners. No tools, you are standing up. Takes 5 minutes. And the divisions you pull? Pot them up and you have free plants. $10 plant, 3 to 5 divisions after year 3. That is $30 to $50 of plants for free. Garden Phlox David. This one won the 2022 Perennial Plant of the Year award. And the reason it won is exactly why it works in shade. Most phlox gets powdery mildew the moment humidity hits. David does not. Zones 3 to 8. Partial shade to full sun. Safe for all pets. Containment. Deadhead the spent flowers before they go to seed. In spring, pull any volunteer seedlings by hand. That is it. No tools, no bending required if you use a long-handled hoe. $15 plant, 3 to 5 free divisions in year 3. Problem 2. Deer. If deer have eaten everything you have ever planted, these 3 plants are your answer. Deer navigate by smell. These 3 smell like a pharmacy. Catmint. Penn State Extension gives it an excellent deer resistance rating. That is their highest level. It works because of essential oils in the leaves. Note, this is Nepeta Walkerslow, not catnip. It contains far less nepeta-lactone, so it deters deer but does not send your cat into orbit. Zones 3 to 8. Full sun to partial shade. Safe for all pets. Containment tip. None needed. It's already deer resistant. Bee Balm. Jacob Klein. Deep red flowers, but what deer smell is thymol, the same compound in thyme and oregano. Deer hate it. Bees and hummingbirds love it. This cultivar is mildew resistant, confirmed across multiple university trials. Zones 4 to 9. Full sun to partial shade. Safe for all pets. Containment. Use a half-moon edger in spring. Press it down with your foot. Cut a ring around the outside. Done standing up. Lamb's ear. Soft, silvery leaves that deer will not touch because of the texture. Trichomes, tiny hairs, make it physically unpleasant in a deer's mouth. ASPCA verified non-toxic to dogs, cats, and horses. Zones 4 to 9. Full sun to partial shade. Containment. Rake the stolons back in early spring while standing up. Easiest containment on this entire list. Problem 3. Drought and rocky soil. The spots where you water, it drains in 30 seconds and the plant dies anyway. 2 plants that do not just survive this, they thrive in it. Yarrow. Zones 3 to 9. Full sun. Thrives in gravel and hardpan. Yarrow's roots release a natural compound that blocks weed seeds from sprouting in a 6 to 8 inch radius. You are not just planting a flower, you are planting nature's own weed blocker. Warning: Yarrow contains achillin and is toxic to dogs, cats, cats and horses. If you have pets that spend time outside, plant it in a bed they cannot reach, or skip it entirely. Containment. Install an HDPE root barrier 8 inches deep at planting time. 1 afternoon of work, permanent solution. Black-eyed Susan Goldsturm, zones 3 to 9. This cultivar was studied for years at German university trials before it earned its name. It handles clay and hardpan better than almost any other perennial on this list. Full sun to partial shade. Safe for all pets. Containment. Deadhead before seed shatter in late fall, and it stays exactly where you put it. $15 to $25 plant, 4 to 6 free divisions every 2 to 3 years. Problem 4. Slopes and edges. Erosion. The spots that turn into mud rivers every time it rains. 4 plants that hold soil for a living. Creeping Phlox, zones 3 to 9. Evergreen mat that spreads 6 inches tall and up to 24 inches wide. When it blooms in spring, it turns an entire slope purple. It acts as living mulch, blocking sunlight from the soil so weeds cannot germinate. Full sun to partial shade. Safe for all pets. Containment. After it blooms in spring, shear off 1/3 of the growth with long-handled shears. You are standing upright. Takes 10 minutes. The plant comes back fuller next year. $10 to $20, 3 to 5 free divisions after year 3. Daylily, zones 3 to 9. Contractile roots physically pull the crown deeper into the soil every year. Living rebar. City engineers use the same root anchoring principle when they stabilize highway slopes. Full sun to partial shade. Warning: Hemerocallis species are severely toxic to cats. Kidney damage can occur from trace pollen on a cat's fur. Dogs and horses are fine. If you have cats, skip this plant. Containment for everyone else: plant the root ball inside a 5-gallon nursery pot, buried flush with the soil surface. Permanent barrier. No digging required after that. New England Aster, zones 4 to 8. Used in municipal stormwater management because its root mass is dense enough to hold saturated soil on edges and banks. Full sun to partial shade. Safe for all pets. Containment. The Chelsea chop. Cut it back by half in June using long-handled shears. Controls the spread and makes it bloom more. $15 to $25, 3 to 5 free divisions per year. Goldenrod fireworks, zones 4 to 9. Goldenrod does not cause allergies. Its pollen is too heavy to be airborne. It hosts over 3,000 pollinator visits per season, 65 insect species, 13 species of bumblebee. Perfect for rain garden edges, bioswale banks, wet slopes. Safe for all pets. Containment. HDPE barrier 10 inches deep at planting. Done once, works for life. Pet safety card. All 11 plants. 9 of 11 are safe for all pets. 2 have warnings. Daylily, toxic to cats, kidney damage. Yarrow, toxic to dogs, cats, and horses. If you have cats, skip Daylily. If you have any pets, keep Yarrow out of reach. Everything else is clear. Your free action checklist, 1 per problem this week. Shade. Photo audit. Take 3 photos of your problem spot. 9 a.m., noon, 3 p.m. Compare light levels to choose hardy geranium or garden phlox. Deer. Crush and sniff. Find a plant deer ignore, crush a leaf, smell it. Minty/herbal scent indicates catmint or bee balm will work. Drought. Mason jar soil test. 1/3 soil, fill with water, shake, let sit 30 minutes. Sand to yarrow, clay to black-eyed Susan. Slope. Bucket dump. Pour 1 gallon of water down the slope, watch the runoff path. Plant creeping phlox on low-angle veins, daylily on steeper sections. 30-second soil test. Grab a screwdriver, push straight down into the soil with normal pressure. If it goes past 2 inches easily, the soil is workable. You can plant this weekend. If it stops before 2 inches, top dress with 1 inch of compost, wait 2 weeks, then plant. Bottom line. Invasive and aggressive are not the same. Only the orange ditch lily is officially invasive. The other 10 are aggressive spreaders you control with 5 minutes of work per season. 11 plants, 4 problems. Match the problem first, the plant picks itself. Every plant comes with a standing up containment tip. 2 have pet warnings. Check the safety card now. Your homework. Grab a screwdriver, walk outside right now, push it into the soil. Tell me in the comments, did it go past 2 inches? Also, let me know which problem, shade, deer, drought or slopes, you're tackling first. I read every comment. My grandmother used to say, a good garden is not about working harder, it's about letting the right plants do the work for you. That is lazy gardening done right. I share one of her little secrets every week. Hit subscribe so you do not miss the next one. Your back will thank you. Happy gardening!